our presenters.
Hello everyone, we are Gigi, Green the Globe! And our presentation is talking about the brief business. First, I want to introduce the team members first. Li Shi, he is our leader of Research and Development Department. And Missy, she is Customer Service Leader. And me, I'm Project Manager. And Jackie, he is Salesperson. Steven is Operator. Okay, and the outline of our presentation is, first we are going to talk about the brief history of our company and current operation status. After that, it's branding strategies and business and how our project works. Next, it's business strategies, and finally, the market analysis and conclusion. And let's welcome Missy to introduce our history.
Originally, our company was a fertilizer supplier, which was founded in 1915. Our company provides many kinds of fertilizer for crops, for fruits, for vegetables, and even for flowers. And to increase our fertilizer's quality, we cooperate with many scientists and use the newest technologies to produce our products. Because of this, most of our customers come from developed countries, and we still got a good performance on these markets at that time. However, in the recent year, we face some difficulties. The numbers of the farmers start to decline in developed countries and also cultivable lands. Take Taiwan for example. Please look at this diagram. You can see the vertical axis shows the hectare of the cultivable land, and the horizontal axis shows the years from 1994 to 2010. You can see that from 1996, our cultivable land started to decline, and now there are less than 810,000 cultivable land in Taiwan. It made a big impact on our company. Our sales start to decrease, and it made us consider what and how can we do in the future. And we found that the declining on farmland caused another problem: the low in food self-sufficiency rate. So most of the East Asia and Central Asia, even some of the Europe countries has this problem. Then you can take Taiwan for example. You can see that at first we have 56% in food self-sufficiency rate, but now there are only 13 or maybe less than 30% in food self-sufficiency rate. And why don't we cooperate with the government? Because our new product, Green Arena, can raise the food self-sufficiency rate and also bring a glow. The foundations of our new products is our experience and our technologies. Later, my team member will introduce in detail to you. Now, we welcome our project manager, Debbie, introduce our operations status to you.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm David, the product manager. And after overcoming those tough difficulties and developing process, today our company is innovative and with competitive advantages. The capital of Gigi is up to $1 billion US, and there are 300 people in our company, and the headquarters is located in Taipei, Taiwan. Besides, there is a present project named Green Tower, which is the most important project we want to show you. Later, our team members will introduce it to you in detail. You may be wondering, why we put so much emphasis on it? When it comes to the reason, we must talk about the branding strategies. Look at this photo. When you shop in the local grocery store, there might be some brands you don't feel any connection with. On the other hand, you may be very passionate about some other brands. For example, maybe you just drink a certain brand of coffee or milk, or cook with a particular brand of olive oil, or use a certain brand of cell phone. That's because perhaps subconsciously, these products you buy just help to define who you are. Just like Steve Jobs said, what you buy defines who you are. So that's the importance of the brand. Our brand mind is keep calm and stay eco-friendly. The ability to control your emotions and stay calm under pressure has a direct link to your performance. And everyone knows that the environment is facing the most challenging trouble since human beings keep destroying the nature. After industrial revolution, factories have swung up like mushrooms and significantly increased the emissions of carbon dioxide. Maybe you feel the air pollution is far, far away from you, but it's actually just by your side. Take me as an example. I have a runny nose, which means my nose is running. No, which means my nose is very sensitive to the dust in the air. If the air quality is bad, I will keep sneezing, and I have to carry tissues with me everywhere I go. That's awesome. That's awful. And thus, we, Green the Globe, wants to make people around the world stay alert to violently changing environment and spread the idea of taking actions to protect the globe. On top of that, we really do something. Really. We designed a revolutionary building, Green Tower, and you must be curious about it. That's welcome Li Shi, the leader of Research and Development Department.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Li Xin Chen, the R&D chief for GG Company. Now I'm here to introduce to you the design of our revolutionary food providing system, the Green Tower. Now let's take a look at this tower. First, let's talk about our aim to this tower. The aim to this tower is to decrease the carbon footprint that generates to transport food from the farming area to the consumers. And the second aim to this tower is to build to increase the farming efficiency. Thus, this tower will locate in big cities or suburban areas around the big cities, and which can significantly decrease the carbon dioxide that generates to transport food to the consumers. And according to a research done by the United Nations, by 2013, more than 3/5 people will reside in big cities. Now let's take a look at the design of this tower. As you can see, this tower is curtained by glass, which means that in most of the time we will provide natural sunlight to our crops. And second, as you may notice, this tower is a completely indoor system, and that means that in this system we don't need to use pesticides anymore. And in addition, in this system we can control the humidity and also the temperature. So we can, by controlling this, we can significantly increase the farming efficiency. And the third benefit of the indoor system is that by protecting those crops indoors, the weather condition won't affect our harvest anymore. And last but not least, our tower is built mostly by recyclable materials, which means that if one day this tower needs to be teared down, it's still eco-friendly. Now let's take a closer look to the interior of this tower. As you can see, we install LED bulbs inside this tower because most of the time we provide natural sunlight to the crops. However, if the light is not sufficient, we still use bulbs to provide man-made light. And LED bulbs is the most efficient way to generate light. And as you may notice, we provide red lights because according to a research done by our company, we noticed that the photosynthesis works more efficiently under red lights. Now let's take a look at our farming system. We will use hydroponics to do our farming, and here comes 4 reasons. First, by doing the hydroponics, the fertilizer won't pollute the leaves anymore. Because in traditional farming, we distribute the fertilizers from the top and then absorb to the roots. However, when distributing the fertilizer can pollute the leaves. But if we dissolve the fertilizer into water and use the hydroponic system, the fertilizer will directly be absorbed by the roots. Thus, the leaves won't be polluted anymore. And the second reason to use that, because by the automatic system, we don't need to do the watering anymore. The third reason is that the water of this system is reusable. We will pump the water over and over, so we can significantly decrease the water we use to do this farming. And the fourth reason that is the most efficient way to do fertilizing. As I mentioned in the first point, the only thing we need to do is to dissolve the fertilizer into the water, and then you will pump to the root of the crops. Now let's take a closer look to this system. As you can see, the root of the crops is inside the pipes of the hydroponic system, and then the pipe is directly connected to the pump and also the sensor here. And the pump will pump the water over and over, and the sensor will censor whether the fertilizer is enough. And when the fertilizer is not enough, it will directly dissolve the fertilizer into the water. And when the water is not clean enough, it will also clean the water. Now let's talk about business strategy. Let's welcome Stephen Chi.
Okay, I think to talk about business strategy, before we talk about business strategy, all of you should have to know that the locavore is the key value of the vertical farm. Which is locavore? Locavore means, it doesn't mean the foods or the vegetable you eat in here is produced in here or just plain in here. Locavore means the foods is produced or planted in the same country or maybe in the same region, just like in the same county or 100 miles far away. So you may think, is this really locavore? Yes, it's really locavore. Compared with the foods from overseas, we avoid the air transportation and also avoid the sea transportation. So we have less carbon footprints, and also we are more eco-friendly. And you may think, oh, is locavore so important? Yes, locavore is so important for us because if we lose this key value, we can easily differentiate our company to other common company, because maybe we all have the organic farming, but we are not eco-friendly enough. We didn't have less carbon footprints. And talk about the business strategy. First one is chain retail business, which means we have to promote our products into convenience stores or supermarkets, even the hypermarkets. So in that place, we are easy to promote our products and easy to increase the amounts of sales because everyone knows that only rely on the organic certification is not enough to get more profit. We have to increase the amount of sales to increase the profit. And second strategy is we'll build up common memberships business. Also, the fixed distribution service, which means you don't have to go to the supermarket yourself to pick up which kind of vegetable you want. You just have to order, then our company will do this for you. We'll pick the vegetable for you, and then we'll wash the vegetable for you, and then bring it to a package and distribute it to your home, or maybe the shop near your home. And if you are really lazy, we have another special one called the vegetable package for dummies. It means you don't have to pick up what kind of vegetable you want. You just have to pick up which kind of package you want. Like this one. This one has the cauliflower, the apples, the carrots. But if you don't want carrots, you can pick another one package. Maybe it has more apple, more cauliflower, but you don't have carrots. So we'll bring many combination of vegetables, many combination of package you can pick up. Then we'll also do the distribute for you. And another advantage for the fixed distribution service is that we don't have to worry that the sales path is controlled by the distributors. Then we don't have to worry about the limitation amounts of the sales, because you can imagine that if the sales amount goes up, then the cost of distribution will goes up. Then we have to pay more to the distributors. So if we do the distribute ourselves, then we can take some costs from the consumer in a B2C way, not in a B2B way. And the last one is we'll have DIY in your home, which means you can plant the vegetable or the fruits in your homes for the gardening lovers, or maybe for the entertainment for the family who have kids. And talk about the funding. Our funding is mainly from government's investment and private companies' funds. And you can see an example that Singapore has raised over $28 million in both public and private funds in 2012. And it hopes to increase its production by at least fourfold this year. Okay, the next one comes to Jackie to tell you about the market analysis.
Hi everyone, I'm Jackie, the salesperson of Gigi, in charge of market scale analysis. You will be surprised at how incredible it would be in the future. And here is our estimation. Take Taipei City as an example. We will need 100 level ground to build a tower, which needs 50 million. And another 50 million to complete the whole structure. To set up the equipment and the system, we will spend 5 million on that. In the goal of keeping the business running as usual, we will spend 10 million per year on ordinary maintenance. And the cost of the seed purchasing, it will be 5 cents for each. And the average payment will be 2 million per year for one tower. And this is the cost. The revenue, we assume that we can sell 3 million units per year, and the price of the one unit will be $20. So the revenue will be 60 million. Let's take a look at these numbers. Revenue will be 60 million, and the variable cost will be 13.5 million. So the profit will be 46.5 million per year. And let's take fixed cost into consideration. We will know after we run the business, we will be returned in 3 years. However, according to a research in US, it says the market share of urban farming will increase. It will reach 40% by 2030. So we predict our sales will getting higher and higher. So it is mean we don't need 3 years to get set off. It is really incredible. And let's take a look at the successful case at Singapore. Singapore, one of the most densely populated countries in the world. However, with the most islands land utilized to urban development, the remaining farmland is hardly to feed the growing population. As a consequence, more than 90% food consumption is made by imports from other countries. It gives the Singapore highly vulnerable on prices and the food supply. Jack Ong, the director of DJ Energy Engineering, has set up his own company, Sky Greens, produce vegetable commercially and sell his technology to other countries. It is the first vertical farming system in the world, which gives significant yields and use less water, energy, and natural resources to sustainable green farm system. This farm earn a huge success in Singapore and help them solve the food self-efficiency problem. And this is mine. Let's welcome David to do the conclusion.
Okay. We deeply believe that by our hard work, vertical farming must become the mainstream of urban farming. Thank you very much. We are GG.
Green the Globe. Thank you
very much.
And here's a Q&A section.
Please feel free to ask questions.
I hear most part of your funds come from the government, right?
Government investment.
Government
and
investment.
private funds or private companies investment.
So you take Singapore government for example, but I think Singapore is a little bit extreme case because they have a little land and they are in an emergency need to farming, but not like other countries. So other countries' investment may be a little bit lower. So did you take those things into account?
Yes, because if the city population is more density, the land consumption, land cost will goes up, but the revenues, the amounts of sales will goes up too. But if you come to another country, it's not population not so dense, maybe the land cost will goes down, but also the sales maybe will goes down too. But it's just well compensate. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Green Tower one of the products?
Yes.
So, how what is its productivity? Like how much can we feed with one tower? Or how long does it take to grow the vegetables? Does it take faster or?
It depends, but generally it will grow faster and more sustainable because the weather system is controlled by the computer. And also because I think it's hard to tell you how much time we need to grow the crop because it depends on which kind of vegetable we grow.
I'm wondering if there's any limitation when you choose what kind of crop to grow. Like maybe the kinds that are not afraid of high temperature, or the kinds that needs lots of water.
Because like you can grow different kind of vegetables in different floors. It can be controlled.
Air conditioning.
Air conditioning, the watering system.
How long will the plant groups will be a consideration? But the air, the water, because we can control them, so they may not be the consideration.
Like even in northern countries, you can grow southern vegetables.
But will that cost you more energy to control the environment?
Yeah,
Because
we
you want to be
But for like if you do the transportation, then you must generate carbon dioxide. But when you generate electricity, it's not necessary. We can use eco-friendly way to generate electricity.
Any others?
How will you deal with the problem that some insects from the land, the ground that you find from other place? Where is the land you get? If the land from the country and there is some insect in it and it will harm your vegetables, and you concentrate feed the vegetables, and will it be a big damage or disaster to harm a group of your vegetable?
Sorry, I don't get it. Can you explain?
Before we use the land, we will supervise it. We will check it if there is something wrong.
Actually, I think the land is not a problem because the system is completely indoor and we use hydroponic system. So the root is not in the soil actually.
So, could you maybe briefly talk about the kinds of vegetables you provide?
Like,
Kinds of vegetables.
everything you need, the leaves can be provided, and also rice, like wheat, rice are also grown in our town, and fruits is also. But we are still doing many researches so that we can grow more and more kinds of foods inside the tower.
So I mean, so what are your major product now? I mean, which kind of vegetables you will place emphasis on?
Our main product is vegetable package. Just like we'll put many kinds of vegetables in a package and we distribute it to you. And another special one is what I talk about is the vegetable package for dummies. Just like you don't have to pick up which kind of vegetable you want. You just have to pick which kind of package you want. The combination is different.
And also
Carrot, apple, orange, something like that.
our ultimate goal is to do city self-sufficient.
So, so can I get to choose my own combination?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I just need to pay the same price, or the price will be different?
Different price.
We divide the fruits into units. Per unit is $20, so that more expensive vegetables per unit can be smaller. But like cheap vegetables, every unit is lot bigger, but every unit is $20, so it's easier for the consumer to calculate how much they need to pay. And the price of the package depends on how many units you have inside the package.
So will the package be cheaper than me going to the supermarket and choose things? Will it be cheaper? Do you have the pricing?
I think that if you are in a country like Singapore, which the price of vegetable is higher, then I think our prices will be lower than others. It depends on the country's situation.
And also after the typhoon, for example in Taiwan, after a typhoon, the price of vegetable is usually very high. But because our crops is protected inside a tower, so it won't be affected.
We might do some research before we get into our country.
Any others? Is anyone with any questions or comments?
Yes.
How much time do you need to build a whole system like that?
Tower. Maybe 1 or 2 years. It also depends. Like for some countries like Singapore, their government is very efficient. Then when from the beginning of applying for building to the time that we actually start build this tower can be shorter. And some government that work very inefficient, then this procedure can take longer. But when we actually do the building from the beginning to complete, it's about a year.
To mainly build a building may take around 2 years.
If I want to eat vegetables every day, is the tower, is the planning tower good faster enough to provide for my consumption?
Yeah.
Monthly, every day basis.
I think we are not going to provide every citizen's food need, but actually we do provide some amount. And if you want to eat organic food or support our red mite, you can bring our food, vegetables. But I'm not sure how many people are going to buy our food for their daily vegetable.
Because not everyone wants to eat organic vegetable. Its cost is higher.
So is there a minimum, is there a requirement for the purchase? If I just buy 1 unit, you will still send the unit to my home for $20?
You mean by one?
Right, if I just buy 1 unit.
Then it's not possible. So far, it's not possible to just carry 1 unit to your home. You need to buy it to the market, or they will be against our principle to decrease the carbon footprint.
So is there a required minimum purchase, like how many units I have to buy so I can get delivery?
10 units.
But I think that for a single person, this may not be convenient, right? Because a single person may not need 10 units of
But
vegetables.
you can go to the supermarket or convenience store.
Maybe you can buy it and share with your friends. Buy it together.
because you buy vertical not for yourself, for your family. So 10 units.
Good. Any others? Okay. I think that thank you very much.